Sometimes we inform our channel Jessica of what we're going to talk about before we start speaking through her. And at other times we ask her just to relax and allow, and she has absolutely no idea of what's coming. What we mean by that is generally before she channels, she goes into a meditative state, and there is always a communication internally between her and us, and sometimes we will agree on a topic to discuss. But today we've told her to have no expectation of subject matter, which means she is more fully able to get herself out of the way to allow us to speak without any influence of her opinion. Sometimes we invite her influence as she is, like us, one of many consciousnesses that is being spoken through her body. And her opinion, when she is fresh from her meditation, is as clear and as unbiased as ours is. So we want to talk to you today about the benefits of meditation. Meditation, just bringing yourself into a place of stillness by sitting quietly, comfortably, for as long as it takes for everything to just slow down a little bit. Brings you as close to your natural state as you can be, whilst consciously aware in your physical human state. In some ways, you're closer to your real self, your natural state in meditation than you are when you're sleeping, even though when you're sleeping you do release from your human body essentially and blend more fully or entirely with who you are. Actually, to have that human consciousness very softly beating away in the background while you're consciously meditating gives you a better feeling of how it felt for you before you were focused into this physical body. And the reason we want to talk about meditation is because it has been overly complicated and mystified by many. And there are many different practices and techniques that can be applied to meditation, and many of them have value. We're not devaluing techniques or having fun with how you can meditate for different experiences, but we also want to convey to you that it can be a very simple practice. In fact, it should be a simple practice. Those of us in the Lani group, in this collective consciousness speaking through our channel Jessica, who are currently in physical bodies in other dimensional realms, in higher frequency dimensional realms, where there is no war, there is no conflict, there is no sense of limitation, of fear, of anxiety, of the need to control others. Those of us speaking through Jessica who live in that reality now, for us meditation is part of our daily lives. It's as normal to us as eating is to you. It is part of what we do to survive. We would not for a second dream of living our daily life without stopping and reconnecting with ourselves, sometimes several times in our waking day. And we would really like to express the importance of that for humanity. And it should feel like the most delicious treat to be able to do that several times a day. Treat it like a coffee break or a cigarette break, whatever it is that you do to step away from your day and to give yourself a moment. If you do that with meditation, you find you're living more wholly connected to yourself, which gives you a greater sense of power within your world. It will stop you getting to that point where you feel that you have no control, that life is living you, that bad things can happen, they can creep up on you and suddenly your life is unraveling. You don't have enough of what you need, you don't have the people you need, you don't feel the way you want to feel or need to feel happy and connected in your life. And that's when things start to unravel. And we're not exaggerating when we say that is how wars begin. It's disconnection. It's people feeling that they have no power in their world, that they need other people to behave in a certain way or to agree with them in order for them to feel powerful or in control of their own lives. And it's just not necessary, and it's also not possible. There is no amount of anything that anyone can do outside of you to make you feel the way you want to feel. There is no substance, no alcohol, no drug, no experience that can make you feel truly the way you want to feel. When you were born, before you could walk or talk, you did not wake up wondering if today was going to be okay. You did not wake up wondering whether you were going to be able to stay happy or content or achieve happiness or contentment. You did not wake up wondering if there was going to be enough for you. You woke up just inherently knowing that your life was going to unfold for you in that moment. You did not give it a second thought. And you might respond to that by saying, well, I didn't know at that point that life was going to be so hard, or that things might actually not be the way I wanted them to be. And we say, yes, you are right. You were born knowing that everything you needed was here for you, that you would get everything you needed, and all you had to do was relax and enjoy the moment that you were in. Now, unfortunately, it is the way of humanity at this time to train the little ones out of knowing that. You are trained to expect bad things to happen. You are trained to prepare for eventualities that may not be so comfortable. You are trained to save for rainy days which may or may not ever happen. You are not trained to trust in your own well-being. You are not trained to know that you will always be looked after. You are not trained to understand that even if things don't unfold in the way that you wanted them to unfold or expected them to unfold, that it will still be absolutely fine. In fact, probably better than if things had gone the way you would have expected them to go through the logical steps you had construed in your intellectual mind. Your brain has a habit that's been trained into doing of leading you through the steps that it thinks is necessary to take you where it thinks you need to go, but your brain does not know. Your higher self, your intellectual being, the part of you that has no body, infinite intelligence that is connected to source, to all that is. You can call it God, you can call it anything you like. The oneness that is everything is connected to you, and you are connected to it. You are it. You are oneness personified, and everything you need is available to you. And you don't have to understand the journey. You don't have to understand the steps. But if you can keep just moving forward in the expectation that where you go next is taking you closer than anything you could logically perceive will take you, you will be amazed at how life opens up for you, at how synchronicities unfold, how you get things that either you wanted and you had no way of knowing how you would get, or you'll get things that you didn't even know that you wanted, or you didn't know that you needed. So we just want to say to you, if you can just take time in every single day to connect to yourself, just sit quietly. You may sit with yourself and find that you have a busy mind that does not shut down. Try not to get frustrated with that. Give it time. If you can give yourself 15, 20 minutes just to sit, feel your heartbeat slow, feel your breath slow, and have no expectation of the experience. The more you do it, the more it will come. We're not going to give you techniques because you know how to do this. This is your natural state. It's like coming home. The more you do it in each day, the more you will eagerly anticipate doing it, and more importantly, the more naturally it will come to you. So find time to switch everything off. Technology, your mind, thoughts of what you should be doing, thoughts of what you need to do next, and just be in the moment. Aim to do it twice a day. then maybe 3-4 times a day. We promise you, if you can do this, you will get to a point where you are craving that time to come back to yourself. And when you emerge from the other side of your meditation, you will feel centered in yourself. You will know your infinite knowledge, power, intelligence, all the answers you need are there readily available to you. You will go back out into your world, able to connect with your fellow human beings from a place of love. Even if they are not in a place of love, you will have that space that you can hold for them. And oh my goodness, we cannot describe to you how life will open out for you in the most wonderful ways. Everything that you need is yours. It's here for you to take when you're ready to make meditation, stillness, reconnection a part of your life.